Hello all Supernatural fans and fans of Francis, the Hero #1 car that we're building out here at the shop. This is an update on Francis this week. What has taken place? The engine is now running. It's been broke in. We're not going to start it on this video, and there's a reason why, and I'm going to explain. First off, the engine, we took off the headers that were, or not headers, the exhaust manifolds that were mine. Because when we broke this thing in, we knew it was going to get really hot. And I did not want to have the coating on the original exhaust manifolds that we had put on the ceramic coating to burn off. So we used my exhaust manifolds on this for the break-in. Now, since the car's been broke in and everything, we have therefore switched back to the original exhaust manifolds that are ceramic coated. I don't want to run it because until we get the exhaust on it. And this should be going into exhaust. We got our fingers crossed next week that we're going to get it up there and get the exhaust put on it. So, engine is running and it sounds really, really awesome. So, another thing that we've had to do, and what we kind of noticed, first off, the fan shroud is not on yet. We're going to put that back on. The bracket for the alternator here, it had to be on their reverse side. And there's reasons for that. But that's how it is done on the show. Then over here, we have the Hurst roll control. So the roll control is, I don't know if you guys ever seen on the show, but sometimes the car has a little red button on the shift lever. That controls the roll control. The roll control basically is when you flip that little switch, it locks your front brakes and you can do burnouts and stuff. So that is all wired up, plumbed and everything. So that's what's been going on up here in the engine compartment. As you can tell, the fenders are on the car. The front grille is in. We still have to hook the corner lights up and the front bumper. And we also got to get the bumper guards on the front bumper. Everything's really dusty. I'm going to apologize for that, but there's no need of cleaning this until we get to certain points and stuff, because otherwise it's just going to keep getting dirtier. The side molding, that's another story. We've been trying to get it polished up, and there's a piece back here we just got setting on the back quarter panel. And I don't know if it's going to show up, but in the photo, I mean, probably in this video, it's going to look pretty good, but it's not to my liking. And so I've been trying some different techniques. I know people are going to say easy off oven cleaner and stuff. We've tried muriatic acid. We've tried a lot of stuff, and it's just not getting that that shine that I really want. And then I saw something that I think is going to do something. So I'm going to be working on that this weekend to see if I can get that all polished out like chrome. Talking about being like chrome, I think on mine, I think I'm just going to have them chrome plated. I think it's going to be easier, less headaches, and over the life of the car, it's just not going to, the aluminum slash, I don't know if this is actually aluminum or if it's a stainless, but it's going to tarnish back, because what's making the side trim cloudy and stuff is these things were anodized back in the day, and it protected it. Over time, and the elements and stuff, they're really, really dull, and you can't polish them out without taking off the anodize. So when people use oven cleaner or whatever methods that they use, it's not going, I mean, that's what usually takes it off, then they polish them out. So that's what's going to happen on this car. I'm going to take off the anodize, but I want something, it's just, like I said, I'm real anal about this, and this car is, this thing is such a beauty. And I mean, like right now, it's dusty. The sides from the front doors, back door, and quarter panel has been wet sanded and polished. Up here into the roof, it's going to look cloudy and dull, and up here, obviously not, because we can't do that until we get all the glass put in the car. And you're probably saying, well, hey, Rick, how come you don't have all the glass on the car? We cannot put the front glass in because we are missing this strip right here. And when Kevin ordered this, it actually, the kit was supposed to come with it. It was for these wing windows. Now, we've gotten the new rubber put in here into the wing windows, but it was supposed to also come with this, which your glass rolls up into. And it did not. I guess my mistake for missing that. I guess I just didn't want to, I just assumed it was there. And it wasn't. So Kevin has ordered new stuff, but I think the stuff that he's ordered is actually going to be better because there's actually metal in it. And where this kit didn't, there was not a metal inside this rubber. So I think it's actually going to be a lot better. But all the seals on the car are in. These are all new. Everything that was sealed, weather stripping, rubbers, I mean, it's all new on this car. So I can't wait to get that all, the glass put in, and we can get her watertight, because watertight means then we can do the roof and not get it all polished and everything. I can finish out the trunk or the weapons box, which is not going to take that long, but I can't do it until we know the trunk's not filling up full of water. So let me come in here for a little bit. And like I said, these are all new seals on the doors. Up here under the chrome and stuff, everything's new. Back here, I know I did a little bit of a video talking about the package tray and stuff, but Kevin had actually found a set of Hertz speaker grills. And these speaker grills, let me see if I can get in here to get them. They're not 100% to the Hero 1 car, but these actually are really close to, I think it's stunt car number 3, I think. Or it might be number 2, I can't remember. But we got the Hertz speakers grills in there, and these went right over the Sony speakers that are actually in there. So as I mentioned before, on the car, the originals does not have speakers in their car. They're just holes with speaker grills there. What you see here on the floor and stuff, of course we got lots of parts and stuff, but that is the original sound deadener and stuff. This is all getting taken out, and we're going to put all new stuff in there and up into the roof. So with this being a black car, you really want these things insulated really well, because the sun, if you're going to be driving them. If you're building a showpiece and you're not really going to drive it, you don't have to go into that. But I suggest it. I mean, you've got the carpet out and stuff anyway. Do it right, and it's just a little bit more money. So with that being said, let me kind of come back over in here. The AV2000, I'm going to zoom in on this here, guys. Here we go. Okay, so that is the AV2000 right there radio. Put in there crappy, just like the shows. Above that is the correct air conditioning vents and all this. This car is going to be functional air conditioning. And this car was originally a Comfortron air car. Everything's completely different on them. So we've had to go rob out of our parts cars to make this happen. All new, coming over here to see that hose right there, and then on the other side of the dash, which you can't see on this side, that has all new hose in there. So that way everything's going to be kept. The air, when it comes through, it's not going to be leaking out any of the old hoses or anything. Steering wheel is not really put on. It's just kind of setting up there right now. But we had to put in a new, I don't know if you want to call it the blinker cam, but all the wiring that goes underneath there. And you can actually see it. Let me see if I can zoom back in here. See that wiring hanging down right there? All that put in brand new. Because this car, at some point in the life, let me kind of come through here on this door. The hazard switch which is right there. Let me come back up here. Right there. That hazard switch was broke off, and it was broke off on the inside. And so that all had to be completely replaced so we can put a hazard switch in there, which has been done. The dash is a stock unit. This is not a cover. Kevin decided to go with a new dash. I think that's around $400 or something like that. Looks beautiful. I mean, this car, I mean, you guys keep hearing me repeat myself on it, but this car is going to be so nice. I mean, Kevin is really, I love it when people are, you know, I mean, Kevin has a budget, guys. We all do. Kevin's not, you know, he doesn't have huge money that he's like, oh, I can do anything I want. But he knows that if he's going to build this car, he wants to do it once and he wants to do it right. Never go back and say, well, eventually I'll do this. There are some things on the car that you can do that to, but for the most part, Kevin is just, he's biting the bullet, and I'm sure his butt hurts on it, but he's doing it right. And there's other cars, I mean, these other cars that we're doing in here, trust me, I treat them like they're all mine, but we don't get to do a lot of big blocks in here. They're expensive, and the big block cars are really hard to find. And so when a big block comes in, this is number 2 that's come in here. Dave's, Super Dave's was number 1. This is number 2. And boy, I tell you what, I just love the big block. I've always been a small block guy, and with this car, it's been about the big block now. So this car's got a beautiful stance. I'm going to shut the door here real quick. Like a rock. The door probably weighs more than I do. I'm going to try to come back here so you can see what the stance on this car is going to look like, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the stance. So this stance right here, if you actually go and compare it to Hero number 1, this is pretty damn close to what the original car is. Now, with that being said, everybody knows my kind of trademark is to cut the front springs and bring the front end down. And we did do that. I always cut a coil and a half out. And when we did Dave's car, a coil and a half was taken out, and I forgot about being a big block. And so that car sat really kind of low in the front. I love that look. It looked real aggressive and everything, but that oil pan and everything, it's pretty close to the ground down there. And so, and I knew Dave wasn't driving his car, and because it was a show car. I mean, it went to cons and shows, and that's all it did. Every once in a blue moon, Dave would pull it out and drive it, but he was always afraid something was going to happen to it, which I don't blame him. But it didn't get driven a lot. And so when we did this one, I didn't want to go as low, and I didn't know how far to take this down. So we took it a coil out with the big block, and she sets pretty damn good. Now, granted, we don't have the bumpers on it and the hood and a few little things, so she's probably going to come down just a little bit lower than that. But right now, I mean, she looks pretty damn good. Like I said, I don't know if you guys can really trying to catch this in here with my camera, but she looks so sweet. Like I said, next week we're hoping to get the exhaust on. This car will have the H-pipe and the Flowmasters 40 series exhaust on it, matching Hero 1. Hero 1 does have the H-pipe and the Flowmasters on it. And we're going to be aluminized exhaust. So this thing, like I said, it's slow going because we don't want to scratch paint, and stuff like that. But it does run, and we're getting it buckled up, guys. We're getting it all put together. And here's a thing we learned today. Kevin, you're going to like this. So this air cleaner right now, okay, you see the stud sticking up on it. Well, before, this air cleaner was sitting above. I mean, it was really high, and I kept looking. I'm like, there's something not right there. And I went and pulled up my pictures of the original car, and the air cleaner set down low like that. And I'm like, well, why in the hell is this one doing that? For some reason, and I don't know why, but the K&N air filter that we got had a dropped base on it. Okay, and I'm going to see if I can find that base over here. And we have it. Oh, we put it back in the K&N box. But, well, actually, it looks like that right there, only a little bit more. Okay. On Hero number 1, with the big Avenger 850 carburetor, you have to run a recessed base, which means that base kind of covers over the carburetor. Because if you don't, this hood is not going to shut. So we found one that we had in here, and it's not chrome, so we're going to have to get a chrome one to match it. I think it's like 16 bucks, and that's with shipping and everything. And then we'll come back in and we'll cut this and put our wing nut, and everything will be back right. We found out also something, since this car is going to be a factory AC, the air conditioning lines on this were shot. They were gone. And so we had to find new lines. There is a company that sells them on eBay. They're not cheap, guys. They're $300 or $265 or something like that for these two hoses. Here's the thing, and I found this out because I had to do a lot of research. If you are running air conditioning in your car and it's a 134 refrigerant, Freon, the original hoses is not designed for 134. Yes, your compressor is, and it'll run and stuff, but your Freon will escape through the hoses. I just learned that. I'm not an air conditioning guy. None of my hot rods have ever had air conditioning, so I never really dove into it that much. But because we're doing this car, like I said, sparing no expense, and we want it done right, we found out that these lines, so they're a rubber hose, pretty much like this, like your heater hoses and stuff. But there's a plastic tube liner inside that keeps the 134 inside it. And then all your ends are crimped. Now I found out, after talking to a lot of guys this week, that the originals were just hose clamped on there. You know, you put your hose up there and they had a hose clamp, put it over here, hose clamp went on it. Well, a hose clamp is not going to really keep that in, and so therefore it would leak out. So not only do you have, so if you're running the R12, and guys, R12, probably to put R12 Freon in this, you're probably talking $800 to $1,200. It's freaking crazy expensive. Where your 134, 50 bucks maybe, you know, somewhere right in there. But in the old days, they were just hose clamps, so your R12 would escape. Now, if you ran your original R12 hosing and you're running a 134 Freon, it's going to escape not only through your hose clamps on the ends, but also through your hose, because I found out it's a smaller molecule. Okay? So those of you that are going to run air conditioning and stuff, there you go. So with this kit, see this right here, this piece that is bolting onto the back of the compressor, and there's a pipe coming out here and this over here. You will get all new with that because these are going to be crimped, okay? And what you'll do, the lines, one end will be all crimped and set. The other side, you're going to have to crimp. And so what you do is you cut your hose to where everything needs to go, and then you take it down to Napa. Most of your Napa stores will crimp it for you, probably hardly for nothing. And then that's how you get everything sealed. So I learned that, and I'm passing it on to you guys. Oh, and there, Kevin, is your original distributor. I told you we're going to put that back on. So there we go. So this car was running about 430 horse, maybe, yeah, I'd say about 430. And we've updated everything. This engine has been completely rebuilt. Transmission completely rebuilt. Rear end completely rebuilt. New U-joints. The cooling system's all been rebuilt. The front end's been completely rebuilt, updated with the Hotchkiss race suspension. The rear end's been not only rebuilt, but it has the Hotchkiss race suspension, new shocks, new springs. I mean, this thing should handle like a dream. And I can't wait to get to drive this. So I'm salivating right now. Up here on the dash, you're going to see a box. Those have the chrome vent balls in it, because the original ones in this were kind of yellowish, and we're just kind of like, ah. So I told Kevin, I said, hey, how about we put some new ones in? He's like, go for it. I think they were like 35 bucks, and we're going to have new chrome vent balls in there. Obviously, brand new carpet, new door panels, the seats are already done. New headliners going in, so this thing is just about there. I'm going to show kind of this angle here, but new trunk stripping is in. Kind of come up here and show that. The back end, tail lights are in, gaskets. I had to order some new gaskets, Kevin. I forgot to tell you that. But the corner for the extensions there, so the quarter panel extensions, I bought new gaskets, I think, like they're $20 or something like that. And they're on their way. So we can get that all done and wet sanded. Bumper's going to go on along with the bumper guards and stuff. We got new wheel trim coming. So that's going to be all nice and really nice. And then, like I said, I'm working a way to get this side trim all done and where it's done beautifully. So, because I'm just so anal. I mean, the stuff we got right now, it's okay. I mean, but for this car, nah. I mean, Kevin has spared, like I said, no expense. And I don't want to put something on there that's like, hey, you know what, that's pretty good. This is not a pretty good car. All right. So I'm going to be spending my whole weekend trying to polish this stuff out. So when I come back down next week, we can just slap it on. I found out something too. I had ordered new clips for this car. They're actually kind of expensive, and they're kind of really damn proud of them. But then I found out when you get the clips, they don't even come with the damn nuts on it. So I had to go up to the store the other day and buy a box of nuts to put on. I'm just like, really? After all that money, then you don't even give the clips. So go figure, huh? So anyway, Kevin, Supernatural fans, there's Frances. She's looking so damn sweet. So damn sweet. I love this car. I love coming in here and seeing this car, especially when you see them black and the tires and wheels are on it and stuff. And every little thing you do, you just go, oh, a little bit better. So we've got a new headliner, new cell panels, all that stuff. That's going down to the upholster shop so they can have it down there. And then we are hoping really, really soon. First, what's going to happen, we're going to get the exhaust put on. We're going to get it aligned. And then we'll finish out whatever little problems, that we have. And then, because there's always a little problem that pops up, but then it goes up to Kansas City. Terry's going to take a hold of it, and he's going to do the headliner, and he's already got the door panels done. They're up there waiting on it. So, like I said, Kevin, it's not going to be too long, brother. It's not going to be too long. So, there she is. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll be talking to you guys here real soon because I got to make some more videos. So, until next week. Talk to you later. Bye.